We're 40 hours on scene now, and we appreciate all of you showing up and helping us get the message out through your various channels to keep the public educated about what's going on, and to help us maintain that firm stance on that 1 mile evacuation radius around the plant. That remains intact and will remain intact for an undetermined time. We had if you have been here before, you've heard me kick around potentially drawing that radius in at 36 hours. We are now beyond 36 hours, and we have not reduced it. We also talked about at 48 hours that we may be in a situation to allow folks back into their homes, and that is not going to happen. I don't think we're going to be there. 48 hours would be about 7 o'clock tonight. This is Wednesday. We're just not going to be there. We've got too much product, too many unknowns. So we appreciate everybody's patience, but we again strongly recommend everybody being out of that 1 mile radius around the plant. This morning, since daylight, our focus has been on, you remember me talking about a rail car that is adjacent to the facility on the back of the plant. The most up-to-date number, we initially thought there were 100 tons of ammonium nitrate in that rail car. We think the more accurate quantity estimate is 90 tons, which, in the grand scheme of things is not a significant amount of difference. We have been doing some reconnaissance on that rail car this morning. The concern that rail car was off-gassing when we arrived on scene Monday night, and the concern was that it had undergone enough heating from radiant fire exposure that it had started to kind of cook on its own and go through a self-sustaining heat generating reaction. The reconnaissance that we've been able, the reconnaissance that we've been able to conduct this morning indicates that is not happening. We also had a concern that some of the material in that rail car had become molten and run out into a pit that has a 40-ton capacity that is under one end of that rail car. The reconnaissance, and we did that this morning with the assistance of the Winston-Salem Police Department's Hazardous Devices Unit bomb robot. We were able to determine that it does not appear that any of the product has become molten and run out of the car, so we feel good about that. In the next 3 or 4 hours, we're going to have another State Highway Patrol helicopter up with one of the fire department's hazardous materials specialists on it to do a live drone footage is fine, but it's not the same thing as having human eyes in the sky to be able to look at the situation and take some high quality photographs. So we're going to do that aerial reconnaissance here in the next 3 or 4 hours. We're also going to position a ladder truck on the West Rock campus, it backs up to the fertilizer plant, and get in a position to be able to cool that rail car. Even though the indications are that nothing's going on there now, you never know. Ammonium nitrate is unpredictable enough that we are preparing for forward-looking operational periods, and just getting in a position if something were to happen and the behavior of the fire were to change, we will already be in a position to keep that rail car cool.